Imagine you are on the vacation of a lifetime in a place such as Indonesia, Hawaii, or California. All of a sudden, the ground beneath you begins to shake. The sky above you begins to fog. The people around you begin to scurry. You look up to see that a volcano has erupted right before your eyes. Today, I will tell you not only why this happens, but also where this most commonly happens, how these masters of destruction have formed, and what they consist of, and finally list two of these magnificent beasts. First and foremost, I will give you insight into the basics of volcanoes, including what precisely a volcano is, how they are formed, and why and how they erupt. What exactly is a volcano? Seems like common sense, right? A volcano can be defined as a rupture in the Earth's crust caused by natural forces such as heat and pressure. The volcanic formation process is a somewhat straightforward yet complex concept. According to Jose Juan Gutierrez, a writer who has been writing several scientific research articles for Allocation since 2005, stated the following: volcanoes often form in areas where tectonic plates make contact. Now that you know how volcanoes are formed, let us get into how and why they erupt. While it is still highly debated in the scientific community as to how and why exactly volcanoes erupt and how they get to this point, according to an article written by an unnamed scientist working with USA Today magazine, many believe these discharges are triggered by new magma entering the chamber from below. Second, I will tell you what the parts of a volcano are and where they are most commonly located. When it comes to the parts of a volcano, while each volcano is different, they usually follow the same basic pattern. As stated before, most volcanoes follow the same basic structure pattern. This includes the magma chamber, where the magma is stored at the bottom of a volcano, the Earth's crust, which is the Earth's thinnest layer, located just above the magma chamber, the layers of basaltic lava, which is the lava built up before eruption, the volcanic ash rain, which is the ash left in the air during and after a volcanic eruption, the central vent, which is the main pathway in which the lava makes its exit, and finally the ash plume, which is the opening at the top of a volcano where all the lava and ash make their exit. Now that we know how a volcano is structured, you may be thinking, where are they located exactly? While there is no exact way to determine where a volcano will be located, scientists have a pretty good idea as to where they most commonly form. The Ring of Fire is a path along the Pacific Ocean known to be the cause of several natural disasters such as earthquakes and volcanoes. Spanning from Australia to California, this in turn is one of, if not the leading cause of volcanic formations and eruptions due to high tectonic plate activity. Last but most certainly not least, I will list two of the world's top 10 famous volcanoes. While there are plenty of famous volcanoes out there, here are two that stuck out to me. Mount Vesuvius. According to Claire Siddharth, a writer for Time magazine, said this: Mount Vesuvius, the active volcano that looms over the Bay of Naples in southern Italy, has erupted well over 30 times as we know of. Krakatoa. This volcano was located on the island of Krakatoa in Indonesia, hence the name. Krakatoa only erupted once in 1883, so much so that it then imploded into the depths of the deep, leaving behind a whole new island known as the Child of Krakatoa. To bring things to a close, I hope that this speech allowed you to gain new insight into what exactly a volcano is, how they are formed, their structure, where they are most common, and how some have made their ways into the history books.